Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody's all right this morning. Hey, hey, be nice. Let's see what's going on. Uh, oh, early today, nobody might not even get a notification I'm here, but that's okay. That's okay. Uh, Good old sunshine today. Woof. Well, if they don't notify nobody this morning, then nobody will know I'm here, right? That'd be okay. We'd be all right. It'd be all right. Good Lord will take care of us. Hey, it says I got someone here. I don't get a thumbs up, so it's probably not a true friend, but it could be, and they just forgot to hit the like. Probably a troll, but that's okay. God bless the trolls. They need loving too. Oops, I got a thumbs up. Maybe it's not the troll. I could be wrong. You know, I've been wrong before. Yeah, I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't, so that made me wrong. What up? What's up, freedom? Oh no. Nope, nope, nope. Well, I got 2 and 1 now. I wasn't trying to call you a troll, I'm sorry. Good morning. Well, we'll just see what the good Lord does for me today or puts in front of me. I'm just waiting now to call a couple places about maybe staying for a couple days up to a week, you know. So hopefully we can get another engine in here. Last thing on earth I'd like to do, but got to. There's no other way around it, really. The only way I'm going to solve my problem is put another engine in. Lick my wounds from getting ripped off the first time and move on. Good morning there, Sean Baker. How we doing, my friends? There's some camping places and whatnot within the area. Now, whether they have any room or not, I don't know, and that's kind of expensive, but I may see if I can afford a week, and that would give me, time to regroup and see what we're going to do. That's about the only thing I can think of, because I don't know anybody that's going to let me, park, stay, whatever. And shit, by the time I run the generator and everything, it's going to cost me anyway. So might as well try and find a place if it's reasonable for a week and not be paying generator fuel and all that. Good morning. You're up mighty early, Daniel. Yeah, well, the good Lord's only given me what I can handle. That's absolutely. I mean, He hasn't given me too much. I haven't lost hope or anything, and I'm not going to let the devil win. I refuse to let that devil win. Be nice if I had a couple $1,000. I'd just drive over there and get that guy's bus and drive it back out here, But I don't have a place to put this, and people take care of my dogs and stuff for me to try and do something like that. I can't get the bus here and I can't get this there, so. You're home at the moment, right on. Dude, you're still jealous. You don't know when someone's straight, wasted, or but your stupidity coming on here telling people that all the time is quite humorous. Contrary to belief, nope, I haven't even smoked one hit this morning. So what am I wasted on? Coffee? Oh, to the answer to the question, am I high? No. But I'm getting ready to roll one. So in a few minutes, yeah. Are you jealous? Say yeah. You know why you're jealous? Because you're probably in one of the states that don't have it, which is cool, because you need to sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, and we want it legal everywhere in the United States. You can do that at 420jim.com, 420jim.com. Heck, we don't care about them stupid trolls. Hey, y'all be nice. Morning. We don't care about them stupid trolls. We pray for them. They call on their father, Satan, to try and destroy the mission, and it's not going to happen. Right now, if the mission was to end, which I don't think it's going to, it would mean it was because of a blown engine and a poor decision I made of buying that engine. Nothing to do with the trolls and their 6-year mission to take my mission down. That just shows you that the good Lord's way more powerful than the devil. The devil's been trying for 6 years to get me off the road. Not just one of them. He got a couple demons on me. And that's just the ones we know. What about the couple of demons out there that we don't know? The good Lord's going to prevail. I got a few places to check out this morning to see if I can park. And there's actually a couple of paid spots. I don't know what they charge or nothing, but maybe that's the answer to go get a paid spot for a week like I did at Lambert's. You're on the mission, great. Damn, Daniel, I wish I was that high. But I am gonna smoke one this morning. Cheers, my friend, cheers. The trolls made their biggest mistake when they made that new YouTube that Karma's kicking my ass and stuff. Watch what Karma does this week. I have full faith in Karma kicking in and doing good this week. Just a Missouri homegrown. You have a happy Friday too, my friend. Why'd you take any pill whatsoever? I'm on a mission. There you go. Hey, best wishes back to you. I appreciate it. Toronto. You got an uncle, Lucius. I feel sorry for him, man. If you see him again, tell him he's got my prayers. If he looks like me. Who's everyone? Hell, I wish I had a couple of grand to spend right now, Daniel. I'd find a way to get over there, buy that bus, and drive it out here. But, of course, I don't have a couple of grand, so that ain't going to happen. Well, I hope your mission comes true to you today. There, headstrongly. I hope your mission succeeds. No, I don't live in Ohio. I've come through there a couple of times, fighting for yours and everyone's rights to cannabis and hemp. I came to a couple of court cases there to help people. One in was it California, Ohio, or something like that, near California, Ohio. I might have the name wrong. And then there was another place where Peggy Sue and Glenn lived. I went to their court cases too. Why you smoke weed? Why not? What, you want me to do stupid things that man does, alcohol and all that shit? Nah. I'd rather be natural and do what the good Lord put on earth for me. Yeah. Now, if you ask the courts in New Mexico why I smoke weed, you can read the statement that got put in court that I smoke weed so I don't kill people. True story. Nobody wants to get stoned and hurt no one. So when they put that in the court hearing, I thought, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Even the courts and stuff knows that people that smoke pot are mellow. And by the way, I don't smoke. It does. I just puff on it hard enough to keep it lit. I don't know who this good morning Jim is to. It's not to me because my name's not Jim. My name is Four, F-O-U-R. And I normally don't really respond to people that want to call me Jim because obviously they don't know my name and they're not my friend. But I wish you and your dog good. God loves Uber. I don't know. He probably loves the Uber drivers. I don't know if he loves Uber. Oh, I know a whole lot that need to. What's IN, Don? Oh, have a blessed dab, my friend. I don't want to stay in a natural forest, and there's not one right around here. I don't think I'll get Walmart delivery in the natural forest. Maybe, I don't know. Hey, don't say goddamn it, you know? I am a grandpa, you got that right, but come on. Weed makes you cough. Big deal. If you don't cough, you can't get off. Nah, white widow's not the best. I don't sniff glue or anything. What would make you ask such an idiotic question? Are you one of them huffers? Usually when people ask questions like that, they're hooked on this stuff themselves. Are you one of them paint can huffers or something? It just amazes me that the ignorance that people show when they come on. Hey, when people come on here and say that stupid shit that they do. It amazes me how stupid some people are. I mean, totally amazing. Totally amazing. Ain't no one here mentioned crack or nothing this morning. Only a crackhead would come on here and mention it. I hope you find help. I don't know what flocka is. What's the U.S. bringing back? Right on, Mr. Daniel. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, my friend. Don't work too hard. Is a bath salts. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be into that, man. Ugh. Only if the good Lord makes it. I don't want this chemical stuff that man makes. Uh-uh. You get it by mail? I'll be damned. I don't doubt that. You can send anything in the mail. Our worlds went so freaking upside down. Just like delivering fake ashes to someone on the anniversary of a loved one's murder. Yeah, you can do that through the U.S. Postal Service. You can send fake ashes to torment people. I don't think that should be done through the U.S. mail, but that's just my opinion. I've had it done to me twice. Last 2 years in the post office. It's perfectly legal. We don't care if it traumatizes someone or not. We don't give a shit. We just want that couple cents to mail the letter. I would like to be where I had better internet, where I could hotspot my other phones and show the petition and stuff. But I don't have that feature where I'm at, so we do how we can do and keep on doing it, I guess. I got some really good friends and followers out there that's trying to locate a solution, an engine, another RV or something, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for trying to help. And not to forget, thank you for the people that are signing the petition and carrying the mission on. I appreciate that too. Oh, Betty's tearing her brother up this morning. He's done. Is Betty getting you? Well, nobody got no questions or comments or anything? That's okay. I'm just killing time. I didn't want to call people at 7 o'clock in the morning. Got a lot of stuff to get done today. Try and find a place to park, try and find an engine, try and get the petition signed, and trying to keep me and the dogs alive. I don't know what strain it is, my friend. It's a Missouri homegrown. I think it's Hillbilly Kush. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning. Morning, everybody. Like I say, I think it's a Missouri Hillbilly Kush. It's Missouri homegrown. Way better than a lot of the stuff you can get in dispensaries. That's real, bud, my friend. And yeah, I don't just talk shit about dispensaries. It's the truth that most of their weed is garbage and all. But see, your dispensaries don't support the petition or nothing. So why support the dispensaries? That's why I say you always see your local guy. Your local guy don't take away your gun rights and they don't tax you. The dispensaries do. Now, if you don't have a local guy, sure, see your dispensaries. Oh, I wish I was near you. That sausage gravy just sounds awesome. And I don't eat much pork, but sausage gravy right now just sounds so yummy. Oh, well, thank you, Freedom. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My problem is I've got a few people like you, not a whole lot, but a few, uh, scattered out amongst the United States. Unfortunately, none of them's near me right now. That's the problem. Nobody's near me, and I can't get to where they are. So, but it'd be a plain shame to end the mission and everything just over a freaking engine. You know what I mean? So hopefully I can get help getting an engine. The good Lord will pick us a good engine. Um, I mean, heck, if somebody wanted to donate an RV, that's cool too. I mean, I'll work my ass off to get it painted up and everything and down the road. But I just think it'd be so much easier and better if I could get an engine. To me, this thing's got way more history and stuff behind it to just let it go at a scrapyard because it needs a motor. To me, that don't make no sense. Especially when, hell, I'm willing to do all the work to put the motor in and everything. Heck, if I had to do it one piece at a time without a tow truck, I would. But I just don't have the motor. But that could change today. You never know. Someone might have an old RV or something and says, just come on. Let me mark something. Hard. Well, I feel that way too. It's hard to get to lose old friends and whatnot. But I mean, then you got the others like Steve Sprague and Scott Winslow Albert and whatnot. They called themselves friends at one time, and I considered them friends. Look what the heck they've done the last 5 or 6 years. They sure haven't helped the movement, but they haven't hurt it like they want to. And that's what keeps me going every day, knowing that I got the devil beat. As long as I'm living and there's a chance of this moving and all, I got a chance to beat that devil. Some people find it real easy to let go of old friends or friends, but me, I don't like losing any of them. Heck, I wish Steve Sprague and Scott Winslow would turn their lives around, and I have no problems being friends with them. I've forgiven them for what they've done. But you know how I know in my heart the devil ain't going to win? I'm not stranded in the Tennessee rest area like the devil thought I would be. Nope. Good Lord, let me get her going again, and at 3 miles or 4 miles at a time, make it back to where I get food and stuff, back to safety, you might say, instead of being stranded 8 or 9 miles from nowhere, either direction. Sure, I had water if I needed it and a bathroom if I needed it, but after 8 hours, state troopers can come through and tell you got to move on, and if you can't, they will happily call a tow truck for you. They're not going to let you, live in a rest area, basically. And if you're not moving after 24 hours, then you're definitely living there or whatever, broke down, whatever, and they don't, they don't like that. And if these insurance companies that provide towing insurance would live up to what they say they're going to do and all, I'd have no problem. Hell, I wouldn't have this engine problem if they would honor the very first tow from Wichita, Kansas, to take me up to Doug's place. He had a friend that had another engine, a place to stay, and everything. I mean, yeah, I had to buy it, but still, he had everything set. And I believe Doug when he said it was a good engine and everything. It was from one of his friends. So, yeah. Well, if you have true friends, if you have 5 true friends in your lifetime, you've done something good. Lots of people say they're friends and whatnot, but okay, look at this right here. You find out who your friends are right now. Um, Heck, if every one of my followers right now chipped in $1, I could put 2 engines in this. If everybody just tipped in $1, I could pay for a spot to live for a week, the tow truck, the engine, the whole 9 yards. But it is what it is. And right now in this economy, some people can't even afford that dollar. And I understand that. I really do. Take it from someone that understands. Like me, I've got family, my daughter and grandkids living in a freaking motel for years now because nobody can afford first and last month's rent and everything that they want, It's hard to come up with $5-6 grand to move into an apartment or something. So, but at least they can afford a motel. You know what I mean? It could be worse. It's a shame they both worked their asses off just to pay for a motel and food, but that's where we've came in this life and the way the world is right now. Case in point, over $3 for a small coffee. Man, these gas stations and stuff don't rip you off enough at the pumps, and they're $20 a showers and shit that they've got to actually rape you on the coffee. You can go down to other places, get a cup of coffee for $1, $1.50. You come here and by gosh, $3 and change. Sad. There you go, freedom. There you go, freedom. But seriously, I've got just under 3,000 subscribers now. 2,900 and some. I mean, I'm within like 10. I'm going to say 15 to be safe. I'm probably within 15 people of having 3,000 subscribers. And thank you. God bless each and every one of you. Even the trolls. But if every one of them did, if every one of them just literally send a dollar on my cash app, boom, we'd have an engine next week, be on the road in the whole 9 yards. But of course, that ain't going to happen, and thank God for the friends that, donate more than $1 and stuff, and make up for the ones that don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If every one of my subscribers just send in $1, $1, next week I'd have an engine that's be down the road. And I'd have the first tank of fuel or more, Actually, if I got 50 cents from every one of my subscribers, I could probably pull it off. I figure it's going to run between $1,500 and $2,000. That's if I have to rent a spot for a week and pay a tow truck and all. You never know. Someone might donate the time with the tow truck. I mean, look what happened last time. It didn't cost me nothing, but I tipped the guy $100. Yeah, Or I may have tipped him 50. I don't remember. I either gave him 50 or 100. It was going to cost 125, and he did it, and I don't know. I did it live. I think I gave him $100. It may have been 50, but I think I gave him $100. Did I get the dollar? You said I don't know. I don't have internet. I can't check my Cash App, Frankie. I can't check my Cash App. But I believe you. I'm going to be replacing my Springfield, Missouri posters there. Hey, say good morning to Jack. I love having Jack in the window. That's why I don't want to lose this RV, mobile home, billboard, whatever anybody wants to call it. There's so many memories and everything, and me and Jack and that right there. I don't want to lose this when it just simply needs another heart in it. I'm willing to be the surgeon again and put a heart in it. But I'm taking this judge and Springfield City Council out of the windows probably today. We're going to put Allstate, National General, and Good Sam's up there. Oh, how much? I use a hotspot so I can check everything, That's how I play videos and show you the petition and all. But if I hotspot this, it cuts down my phone service. See, I'm on the internet through my phone, and I can create a hotspot. Well, if I'm in really, really bad areas like I am, I'm lucky to be doing this live. But if I turn my hotspot on, it's going to buffer and everything else because it's trying to, and that's what that's about, my friend. You miss who? That's in a crack. I can't see who you miss, Frankie. Yeah, I can't see what you miss. I got to wait for the next comment. That one last word I can't see. It looks like a J. And what's after it, I don't know. So I don't know what you missed yet. Oh. Oh, Miss Jack. Ah, absolutely. So do I, my friend. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it now. All it needed to do was go up one comment, and I can see it. Yeah, I miss Jack, too. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that miss Jack. Yeah. He was a good old boy. And it was so super nice of Mr. Newman to put that up there, or to buy it so I can put it up there. That's just awesome, man. That's so awesome. We do, though. I need to get everybody together. One last rally. Let's get another engine. They say third time's a charm, right? And the first one was a good engine. And, y'all got to admit that first one was a great engine until I still have no explanation why it overheated or whatever it did that first time. Other than it was the devil, you know what I mean? We never did figure out why this engine or that engine took a crap, other than it overheated. But you see the picture yesterday. I put in about 160,000 miles on this. That's a lot. I mean, sure, some vehicles go 200, 300,000, but, people, well, you always broke down on this and that. Do you realize how many miles have been put on this? Not this engine, but I have literally drove this thing around 160,000 miles. That's something. Since 2017, since 2017. That's a lot of miles. Rebuilt that. Wow, right on. This one, if you wanted to rebuild, the first thing you got to do is go find you another block. Hey, hang on a sec. There's a truck here I want to say hi to. I thought the tire service. I thought he wouldn't come by to say hi, but probably just pulling in the rest. Huh?
You need to die.
Is somebody out here needing one?
I think so. I'm not. You said you parked by the big truck.
It parked where?
By the big truck.
Oh, well, they might be in the back. I don't know.
We'll check. All right, bro.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Somebody called needing a tire. I wondered why he's there. My problem's a little bit more than a tire. We took care of the tire problem. Yep, it's time for a motor. Well, I've got a sneaky suspicion that they knew it and they sold it to me with the cracked block. But you know, there's no proof, there's no whatever. But yeah, it's got a tiny crack in the block, and it's not going to work. Hell, I mean, I can fire it up right now and drive it down the road. If I was a bad person, I could sell this engine like that. I bet you put it on Marketplace, it won't be a week, and somebody will come and buy it. But I'm not going to do nobody like that. That's how I got done. I can't prove it, but I think that's what happened to me. You know, they'd been running the hell out of it in their mud truck, and they finally got it so hot that they cracked the block a little bit. They put some new head gaskets and shit on it, run it a little bit, and then yanked it and sold it. But of course, that's my theory. Oh, I mean, I've got their name, I got their address and everything, but, you know, sue a beggar, get a louse. I mean, they had to rip someone off to buy Christmas and stuff. You know, what are you going to do? Take them small claims? Then how you going to get your money? If they had to rip someone off just to, you know, have their Christmas and survive or whatever, get groceries, whatever, how are they going to pay you? So you waste time in court, you waste filing fees and all that stuff to get nothing. Just because you win in small claims, they don't collect for you. Then you got to do pay all kinds of money to get your money. So it's better just to, you know, forgive and forget. And there is that possibility that I could be wrong, and they didn't know. But looking back, the conversation, it being the lady, the guy not being the way, it really makes sense. But I could be totally wrong. Only the good Lord knows. Well, yeah, but number one, you got to find out where that crack is. Number two, you got to be able to get in there and weld it and whatnot. You got to pull the engine. So you're talking more money to try and weld a damn block that you may or may not find a crack. The only way you're going to find it is to buy one of them magnet things that will magnetize your block and then throw the powder on it. And hopefully it's where you can weld it. So I don't have the means and the money to do something like that on a hope. Yes, I know how to weld, but yeah, that's just not an option. You know what I mean? You're talking way too much more. I could get another engine for what it would cost to pull this block and try and fix it. The tire service. Oh. Oh no, you know, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. I'm gonna start, you know, talking to the locals and stuff while I'm here. Oh hell, if I'd seen a crack in the block, I wouldn't have bothered putting heads on it or anything. I would have said, hey, there's a crack in the block. No. I didn't see no crack in the block or nothing. And sometimes they're cracked, you can see. Sometimes cracks are easy to get to. Sometimes there's a crack you can't get into, you can't weld, and you can't do nothing. I have no idea. But I know I'm not going to yank it out and go get by a magnet and all that shit just to find out that it might be in a valley or tunnel or something that you can't even weld. Don't make no sense to me. Wow, it's finally after 8. Kill a few more minutes and then start calling and doing things if I can to try and, I guess the first thing I need to do is find a place that I can legally hang my hat for a few days up to a week. I figure if I can find a place for a week, maybe we can get this done. And thankfully, right at the moment, I can afford to pay for a week's rent. I don't want to, but I can, depending on the price. Well, what else should we talk about? Kill a few minutes. Say that's all I'm doing right now. I don't want to call people when they first open up and stuff. I'd rather talk to them after, they've been up for a few. But nah, if somebody was taking an engine part and they seen a crack in the block, how stupid would they be to continue putting heads on it and stuff? That would just be stupid. I hope it don't say stupid here. Oh, and the ones that can't help or whatever, you can do another thing that would really help. Sign and share the petition. Keep it going. You know, even if I can't get back on the road or whatever, please help keep that petition going. Oh, oh, Clyde. No, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't mean to upset you or nothing. Um, no, I didn't see it. It was just small. I wouldn't have put it together. I would have announced, "Hey, man, the engine's got a crack. We need to put another engine in it." We even discussed that. You might not have been here a week ago, whatever, when I was putting it back, and we was hoping it was just the head gasket and whatnot. But that's why I switched the heads. See, you may not know any of this. I took the head off the right side and put it on the left, and I put the one on the left side on the right. That way, I would know. You know, did the problem was if the problem was in the head, because my problem was on the left side. I knew this. But if you take the head off the left side and put it on the right side, and the one on the right side on the left side, and you still got the same problem, that tells you it's a block. You see what I'm saying? Because the head, if it was cracked, it would give me the same problem on the right side now, right? And the head on the right side would do okay on the left side because there was no problem on the right side. Well, it just went opposite. That tells me it was a block. I mean, that's how I figured out it's a block. The engine situation is dead, my friend. It literally has a cracked block in it. Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm sorry. No problem. Yeah, that's how I diagnosed the cracked block. Yeah, I didn't see the crack itself. I can see where that's a mistake, and I'm sorry if you took that wrong. Yeah, no, I didn't see the crack or nothing. but by switching the heads, and that's exactly why I switched the heads, to see if it made a change or not, and it did. The head had no problem on the right side, no smoke, no nothing, whatever out the tailpipe. It should be fine to put on, because you can swap the heads on a 454. Some vehicles, some engines you can't, but you can swap the heads. They're exactly the same on the 454. The right and the left are exactly the same, and you could swap them. And if I'd put it back together the way it was, I still wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I'd know it didn't run, I had a leak and whatnot. But by swapping the heads, you should have a problem on that side instead of this side if it was the head or the gasket. If it was a gasket, problem should be solved. But because this head went over there and this head went over there, and I still have a problem on this side, that tells me it was because it's a new gasket and basically a new head, not the same head on there. Okay? If that head was warped and I put it on the passenger side, I should now have smoke or a problem on the passenger side if it's the warped head, you know? But I didn't. I still had the same problem I had. And after putting that head here and that head here, that tells me that there's probably a hairline crack in the block. I mean, sometimes you can see a crack. Back in 22 when my first engine went, and that wasn't because of the heat, that was because of a freeze. We was in Texas, a 3-day freeze. Didn't just crack mine, it ruined a lot of vehicles in Texas that year. But they had a 3-day hard freeze, and my antifreeze wasn't good enough, and just sitting, not driving or nothing, sitting there. And I got ready to leave a month later or whatnot, started up, and damn, I had a cracked block, and I mean, and probably an 1/8 inch crack in the block. You can see that one real well. Everybody in the beginning, put Blue Diamond in it and drive on. Blue Diamond, yeah. I'm so glad I didn't listen to that and tore it apart. There's no sealer in the world that would have sealed that up. I'm stuck in Haiti, Missouri. Haiti, Missouri. Yep, near the state line. I'm in Missouri. I've got a complete vehicle, but I can't, license and put it on the road. No, it costs way too much for that. But there's a bus that's got a 454 good engine in it. It's got 70,000 miles, which isn't a whole lot of miles, but it's hundreds of miles from me. However far Wichita, Kansas is, hundreds of miles, I'm sure. Getting it here and everything, I don't have the money to do. But the guy said I could have the bus engine and everything for $1,500. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. But can't get to it. Can't get it here, none of that. So I need to find something closer. Well, in a pinch, sealer stuff will work for you. And see, that's how they sold me this engine. I think they doped it up. They pulled it out of their mud truck. They doped it up. They put it in the garage. And, they changed the oil in it. Whatever. Well, see, there's no water gotten in the oil. Even now, there's no oil in my radiator. There's no water in my oil. And that's why it tells me there's a crack in that block. And it's the back pressure and everything is what it is. But it did allow them to, if they're bad people, it did allow them to sucker someone to get this engine. I could sucker someone to buy this engine in a heartbeat, but I'm just not going to do that. Will not do that. Yeah, about 400 miles, I bet it's a ways. Well, number one, my name's not Jim, and if you'd like to ask me questions, if you want to call me by my last name, please put Mr. in front of it. I would give you the same courtesy. My friends call me by my first name, Four, F-O-U-R. So I like to either be called by my first name, a lot of people like to be called by their first name. But I grew up, you want to call someone by their last name, like Smith, Jones, Roberts, or Jim, you put that Mr. in there. I'd appreciate that. Now let me read what the question was. How long's the situation been going on for? I just put the engine in it. Where? In Ozark, Missouri. What, last month? Right? And what, you're saying I got 400 miles on it and whatnot. So, hey, did pretty good with a engine with a bad head, I think. Or no, I wasn't all the way to Wichita. I was in Poplar Bluffs. How far am I from Poplar Bluffs? Couple hundred? But literally, we just found out because, okay, when I first got the engine in and I took off driving, it worked fine the first day. Worked fine the first day. Made 80 miles or better. That's just a couple weeks ago. Made 80 miles or better. And the second day I woke up, started up, got down the road a little bit, and poof, she overheated. That's why I say they doped up the motor. It got me down the road a little bit, and then it let go like it was going, it just, I think it was a bad engine, but it don't matter. Anyhow, I've been working on it since. We've tried putting head gaskets on it and stuff, and things take time. It took me 3-4 days, over a week. By the time I found the place I didn't find it. Eddie found the place to park, and I tore all down. I got messed up a couple days because of the head bolt breaking, but thank God that O'Reilly's took care of that problem and rectified it. They sent the mechanics out with an easy out and stuff, and they took the head bolt out of the block for me. I could be still sitting there, with a bolt broke off my block saying we need another engine. If I'd had any inclination that it was the block, which I really didn't think it was, I wouldn't have went through all that. As soon as the bolt snapped, I would have said, "That's it, folks. We need another engine." But that's the devil working right there, keeping you hoping and I can do this. No, it just needs another engine. I got to accept the fact that A, I got snookered, or B, they didn't know somebody snookered them because supposedly they bought that engine out of a running RV, and they were going to put it in their mud truck, but they needed money and stuff for Christmas and whatever instead. That's basically the story, Believable, sitting in the shop, good compression, good oil and everything. Most mechanics would have did just like I did and say, "Okay, I'll take it." Yeah, you're taking it on a person's word, basically. And that's what I did. Well, thank you. And I don't have hate for dishonest people. You got to have love for them and pray for them. Just like my trolls. I have no hate for my trolls. I forgive them and I pray for them. And these people, they're that desperate that they come on, if that's the case. Because I'm not 100% sure. 75% sure, but not 100. If that's the case, well, God bless them. They needed that money. You know what I mean? And it did. It got me a couple 100 miles, and but I have no hate for them or anything. That's why I say, why go sue them? If they did it, they have such bad stuff in their life going on that they had to do it. You know what I mean? To sell it to someone so they could pay their rent or pay their Christmas or whatever. I mean, I don't know. All I know is it sucks. and life will go on, and it's a lesson you learn from. The good Lord's going to see if I take the good path and continue on, and he's going to take care of me, or if I'm just going to say to hell with it and go the bad path. I'm not going the bad path. I'll be walking down the street with my 3 dogs with nothing to my name before I take the bad path. Oh, look, some idiot, Charles Manson. Goodbye. I put them idiots straight off of my channel. Straight off the channel. Yes, Jesus would have love and not hate. Yeah. And, you know, not making excuses for them and whatnot, but, you know, hopefully if they did do that with the engine, they find Jesus. You know, I would hate to think that they're going to have to answer to that, you know. And if they just find Jesus, put him in their heart and ask for forgiveness, I forgive them. If they know that that engine was bad and they sold it to, I forgive them. You know, are they going to ever admit it to me? Probably not. But it's something, you know, it's only the devil's lettuce. It's only money. So I'd rather forgive them over it than to have hate or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know their situation. Maybe that money kept them in their house. Maybe that money gave their kids Christmas. I mean, I don't care. I have no hate or nothing against them. Do I think they snoogered me? Yeah. But hey, I just think that, you know. I feel bad because no matter whether they knew it or not, I got snookered. And that means that I lost money and the people that chipped in for the motor lost money. And we can either cry about it and whatever and let the mission end and whatnot, or we can just, you know, lick our wounds and whatnot. Thank the good Lord that, you know, I didn't break down and get impounded somewhere or whatnot. You know what I mean? Thank the good Lord I'm not in the Tennessee rest area last night with cops beating on my door in the middle of the night. Hey, come out, we're going to search and all that crap. You know what I mean? So many other things could have happened. But the good Lord, I asked him to let me make it back to here, and look where I'm at. Exactly where I asked him to let him make me back to. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Heck, like I say, with 3,000 subscribers, if everybody sent 50 cents, we could put another engine in it. Imagine if everybody sent $1, we could put and go buy and pick it up and everything, you know. So who traded weed for what? What a stupid thing is that? I'm going to remove your stupidity. Who traded weed for what? Why you come on here and lie like that? And that's what you got to do. Keep the faith, walk with Christ. And, you know, if they did snooker me, oh well, God bless them. The devil's lettuce is not weed, you idiot. God didn't make the devil's lettuce. He made the Lord's lettuce. The devil's lettuce is money. So get it straight, okay? No, nobody traded cannabis, marijuana, or whatever. But the devil's lettuce is not money. That's just like calling it marijuana. You're stuck on stupid. They changed the name to marijuana instead of cannabis. They changed the fact that God didn't make no devil nothing. He made the Lord's lettuce, but he didn't make the devil's lettuce. You're a dumbass to believe that it's the devil's lettuce. Because man made the devil's lettuce. And it's the love of the devil's lettuce that's wrong. So get your facts straight, please. Oh, I appreciate it. I don't, the only help I need is finding a place to park for a few days and help getting the engine. I mean, I can put it in and out, no problem, by myself. I just done it last month. Me and a tow truck. And tow truck only took 15 minutes. It's a hell of a lot easier to swap this engine out than to do a head job on it. But hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate if you was here, and especially the pro bono thing, but I don't hire mechanics, you know. I don't, you know, and it's cool that you're a diesel mechanic. I was training with a friend in Key West on the boats. He was a diesel mechanic, and I was his apprentice for about a month, and then I left the Keys. But I was just starting to learn diesel. I haven't got to where I can set the rack. But, you know, I do know a little bit about diesel, but nothing nowhere like you, I'm sure. But when it comes to gas and these old school engines, yeah, I can rebuild the damn thing. I just, you know, here with this, it's a block, so no use rebuilding it. But I appreciate you. Well, I try to have a positive outlet. Hey, Michelle, how you doing this morning? People been calling that forever. It don't make it true and it don't make it right. People been calling my Savior Jesus forever, but yet they don't take the time to learn his name. There was no J back then. Yahweh and Yahshua. But people still call him the Jesus. It don't make it right. It don't really make it wrong. As long as you believe whoever, Jesus, Yahshua, whatever, paid the blood sacrifice, that's all you need to know. He paid a blood sacrifice to introduce you to the Father. But it does tell you in the Bible, don't forget my name. It does say that. What do you mean, what a tool? No, you didn't offend me. You didn't offend me. You're the one that don't know the difference between the Lord's lettuce and the devil's lettuce. How did that offend me? You didn't offend me. I'm just giving you some education. That's the first time you've heard it called the devil's lettuce? Oh yeah, back when they had reefer madness and all, and named it marijuana. They said that's the devil's lettuce. Before then, when George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abe Lincoln had it and all, they didn't call it the devil's lettuce. People just don't, they try and change history and everything. It's the same damn plant back when George Washington grew it. None of them called it devil's lettuce. Back then they called the devil's lettuce money. But people don't care. They let these idiot newspapers and stuff like that change things. Look, Trump changing the word, the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America. Change yellow journalism to fake news. They do this just to keep everybody, I don't know, in the dark or whatever. No, I don't have an engine. I wish. Oh, right on, Michelle, right on. Celebrate it. Amen. That is just so good. You know, see, that's great. Oh no, my engine's not locked up. I can start it and drive it. I can sell it. But I'm not going to do that. I think that's what happened to me. I mean, this thing sounds great and will run 3 or 4 miles down the road like a raped ape. But then it goes to hot, and then you better pull off, you know? Are you getting jealous again? Hey, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Like, share, and subscribe. The main thing, please go to 420gym.com, 420jim.com, like it's pinned down below. Click on the petition and sign it, would you? And share it. I mean, there is a possibility that I can't get back on the road or nothing. And that means all of y'all are going to have to continue the petition and fight and You see where that goes. When I come off the road, it barely seldom has any momentum at all. Um, I'd hate to see it die. It'd be one thing for the mission to die, but another thing to see the petition itself die. Please check it out and like and share it. Now, the petition does ask for people to donate. You got to point this out. Nothing goes to me. They make it sound like it. I've had people say I donated, yada, yada, yada. Actually, you donated to the petition site to ask them to share it for you. If you scroll up just a little bit, it says, no thanks, I'd rather share. It's telling you it's for sharing the petition. And I don't mind if people donate to the petition all. I just don't like the way it's worded. And people think that, they're actually going to help me get an engine, get a few dollars gas, whatever. And it's not true. That goes to change.org. Now, I may work on putting up a GoFundMe this afternoon for the engine and whatnot, but no promises made. I'm just going to take the GoFundMe I got up right now that asks to keep the Kennebago on the road and put it for an engine. We'll see what happens. I know if it's supposed to be, the good Lord will make it happen. No doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind that the devil's going to keep trying to chase after me. Woo, it went up by 1,706 signs. That's good. Thank you for the update there, Mr. Frankie. Thank you. And Mr. Frank, I can't, you've been here for the long haul. We met back in 2014 or 15. I know it was when I first came out, probably 2015. And I'm so glad to have you still riding along. I've got a few others that still follow me that aren't on my YouTube. I appreciate everyone. Well, Mr. Will, Sean, all the people that's followed me since 2017. I appreciate each and every one of you. Michelle, I forget how long you've been following me, but you know what? Much love to everyone, whether you followed me one day or the whole 11 years. Nothing but love and respect to all of you. Ain't that right? Yep, and never tried weed. and see, one don't have to try weed to support it. You're living proof. I mean, you know the benefits of it and stuff and whatnot. And you see how it helps people instead of hurt them and whatnot. At least you're well educated. And one don't have to smoke or even use cannabis to support a God-given herb. And I really respect that with you, Mr. Frankie, because I know you don't partake or nothing. But you've been a great friend and supporter all along. So I really, really appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate everybody that just that supports our rights to cannabis and all. But it's extra special when a person like you supports it and don't even use it. That's extra special. I have people, I won't support you, I won't help you because you're a flat earther, or just you support Trump, or you support Obama. I've lived through all this crap. The true supporters are the ones that's still here, and much love to all of you, whether it's been a day or 11 years. Oh, I've only been doing these lives. Well, I've been doing lives since March 1st of 2014. But over a year ago, I was banned on Facebook. So I moved everything to YouTube. Mark's got his panties in a twist and banned me from Facebook. Um, so for over a year now, I've been doing the YouTube. Or right about a year, I think, for a year. Well, thank you, thank you. Oh, cannabis and I've had a lot of people tell me that kratom got them off of opiates and stuff. And like anything, even cannabis, moderation. You know, they make some cannabis now that's been so crossbreeded and whatnot, it's not of God anymore, and it'll just flat put you in the... And if people like that, cool. I'm not really into that. I'm taking one puff and say, no, I'm done. Just like the waxes and stuff. 2 and I'm through. Hey, Australia. But I had a friend, you know, I was always for the kratom movement, and I still am. I don't think they should outlaw it. They made it a felony in a lot of states now because it helps way more people than it hurts. And hell, you can abuse a cheeseburger. Seriously, you can abuse cheeseburgers. But I had a real good friend, Leslie Causey from Awesome Possum. And I really know in my heart that it was the kratom that got to her. I never thought she would turn her back on her brother. I mean, she was like a sister to me. I even bailed her out of jail when her own friends and her own husband wouldn't bail her out of jail. I'm the only person to go and get her and bail her out so she could go to work and stuff. And then look what she did a couple of weeks later. She did worse than Steve Spread or Scott Winslow Albert. Couldn't believe it. Wouldn't take me to my doctor eye appointments and stuff like she promised to, and I'd paid for it all. Just turned totally wow. And I know what it was, is that damn kratom. She was popping. I mean, I bought them for her. You know, oh, can you get these for me? I need to go to work. And I figured, you know, it'd last her a few days. She opened the pack, take all 20. Whoa, how can you do that? So everything's got a chance of abuse. We don't care if you was on Epstein's island or his dick, okay? You don't need to put that shit out here. Can you believe some idiot wants to come on here and claim they's on Epstein's island? What gets me is all the people that was upset about the list and everything. When it come out, nobody give a shit. They'd still rather lock up the pot smoker than pedophiles. Crazy world we're living in. You can tell it's Satan's world. What the hell are you saying here? We can see you swallowing the air and then immediately burping. What the hell are you talking about, stupid? Man, stupid trolls coming on here. Good morning, buddy. Well, I'm going to end this in a few minutes, but I will be back at noon. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise, and I'm on Central Time. It's about 9 to 9 where I'm at right now. If I get good news or anything, I will come back live and let y'all know. Other than that, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise, I'll be back at noon. Yeah, it's not roll-up time for me, my friend. You can enjoy one. I've got to get on the phone, get some calls done and stuff, and eventually move the mobile billboard here shortly. So I don't want to smoke anything until I get it moved. Trying to arrange a place to put it. Then we'll roll one up. Actually, I probably won't roll it up. I got to go back using the can because I hardly have anything left. And if I roll one up, I won't have anything left. And I'm too far from my friends that have been keeping me supplied in Missouri. So I don't know when I'm going to get any more. I sure can't afford it. $8.51, right on. You know what? I didn't even look. Frankie. Far as I know, it didn't. But I didn't even pay no attention. Was my noontime live at the right time? If it was, then no, it didn't change. But I gotta go fill up my gas can. And you know what sucks? I just got $100 put in the gas tank. That really sucks too. You know what I mean? There's $100 in fuel in here. That kind of sucks. But if I get the engine, or when I get an engine, whatever, I got fuel. Unless it evaporates before then. The shit they've been putting in the gas to make it evaporate quick, according to people. Well, it depends on what part of Tennessee you're in, I think. Ask it what time is in Jackson, Tennessee. Well, it's been an interesting morning, my friends. 8:54 in Jackson. See, yeah. So it didn't time change. I don't know what part of Tennessee it makes a change, but I'm pretty sure it does in Tennessee. Normally, I'll see a sign that will say, Central, Mountain, Eastern, or something. When you're going down the highway, normally, depending on the highway you're on, you usually see a sign that says time change. I didn't see one, but I wasn't there. What about? We're not talking about flat, round, or pyramid Earth. Who gives a shit? Is it still not planet Earth? Huh? Really? Is it still not planet Earth? No matter whether it's round or pyramid or square, you don't freaking know. Nobody knows. Not even the idiots that went up just this last week on the rocket. They didn't make it out of the firmament. They don't know if it's round, square, or pyramid. Neither do you. You know what you're taught. Oh, absolutely. Well, on the tax thing, if you added up every penny you made this month, one way or another, 50% of it goes back in a tax. Whether it's tax on your mortgage, hell, you get taxed when you work, you get taxed when you get food, you get taxed when you pay. 50% of every dollar you make goes back to them in some form of tax. Oh, you live 20 minutes from the time, right on. No, minimum wage shouldn't be abolished. Minimum wage should be what every congressperson and president works for. That's what minimum wage should be. If they think we can live on $7.25 an hour, let them show us how to do it. That's what it is. Yes, they need to be a minimum wage that someone can pay. I wholeheartedly agree with that. You know, but all of our congressmen and everybody that is in office should work for minimum wage and show us how to do it. If they can do it on $7.25 an hour, fine, we would be able to. But see, they can't. But if they made it fair and they worked for the minimum wage, because you're not supposed to be in office for profit. You're supposed to be in office to help the country. It's not for making money or nothing. That they turned it into that. But I disagree. I think we do need a minimum wage. And if it's a state minimum wage, the people that run that state, your mayor and governor, they better have that minimum wage. If it's a federal wage, then by God, everybody in Congress, including the president, should work for that minimum wage. You're working for the people. Show us how to do it. Don't just rape us and say, oh, you know. Thank you. I mean, that's just my feelings on it, you know. Show us how to do it. You know, you think we can live on $7.25 an hour, show us how to do it. You know, everything, the government just don't give a shit about you. Everything has at least doubled pretty much by now. Rent, food, gas, and everything has damn near doubled since 2020. Minimum wage ain't went up nothing. And it should have doubled, you know. Yep. Minimum wage don't equal minimum skill. You can argue that all you want. I know there's a lot of college people out there and shit that are working minimum wage jobs and shit. So that's totally wrong. Ambulance. Yep. Look, she's got not a care in the world. She knows the good Lord's going to take care of us, huh? She's going to lay here and protect me because she knows something's wrong. But yeah, that go girl. Oh, yeah. You're so precious. Hey, that's what you should do. If you don't think you're getting paid enough or nothing, move on. But there should be a minimum that a company has to pay, because look at the greed and shit in this world and how the companies are. If they could get away with paying you $5 an hour, you don't think they're going to? So no, I think it's stupid not to have a minimum wage. We'd be like these other third world countries, you know, having children work for $2 an hour and shit. Nuh-uh. Like I say, there needs to be a minimum wage, but everybody that works for our government should work at minimum wage. All the ones that run the countries and the ones that run the state, your mayors, your governors, your congressmen, your president, they should all work for minimum wage. Show us how it's done. What do you mean nobody'd work for them? Bullshit. There's so many idiots that would go and work a job for $5 an hour, especially now. Now people are just begging for jobs and stuff. They can't find none, and yep. The stupidity of this oil prices and everything. We got Biden oil prices. Hell, they're just over there blowing up all kinds of oil fields. You know, we only get like 5% of our oil from over there anyway. Most of our oil comes from Mexico and Canada. All that is a bunch of planned show and tell bullshit. A way to launder money and get more money. All the missiles they fire off and everything. You know, it is what it is. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I didn't say everyone worked for minimum wage. I said your congressmen and your governors and stuff, the ones that want you to set a minimum wage. If they want to set a minimum wage in their state or under federal law, they should work for that minimum wage. But anybody should be able to pay anybody above minimum wage what they want. So no, that's bullshit there. There's plenty of jobs that's going to pay above minimum wage if you got the skill and the knowledge and stuff, whether you got a college degree or not. Nowhere, shape, or form did I say everybody should work for minimum wage. Oh, hey, I absolutely agree with you there. Nobody in the government, federal or state, should make more than the military. I agree. I 100% agree with that one. 100% agree. And it's a shame that we let them do it. But you know what? We're the ones that let them do it. Each and every one of us. Except me, I try and fight about it, and I tell people about it and whatnot, you know. Of course, my biggest fight is bringing God's herb back. But, you know, I'm not one of the ones that sit back quiet. I talk about anything here, you know, the wage and everything. Ain't that right? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Well, my friends, I've got to get out of here in just a minute, start making some calls, see what the day is going to bring. Anybody got any last questions, comments, or concerns? Now would be the time to put them up there. I've got about a swallow of coffee left. And I need to start making some calls. Hey, you know what? I would vote for that. I'd actually vote for that. If you serve the country, you know, in the military, yeah, you should have free health care and a place to stay. I would wholeheartedly agree with that one, my friend. And we could do that easy. You know how many buildings and bases and stuff there's around the country our government owns that nobody's in? And they could do it easily. But will they? No. Smoke weed every day. Let me tell you a couple secrets on that. The only time I smoke weed is when I'm with someone or when I'm not. And definitely only the days that end with Y. If you keep them two rules, you're good. Well, my friends, for those that don't know, Cannabis Advocate, 420 Jim, and that's my legal name, by the way. It really is, and why I get screwed around from people like AAA and Good Sam's Towing and stuff. You know, they don't care when they sign you up, but when you call for help, they're like, oh, hell no, that's 420 Jim, fuck them. And that's just the way it is. What can I say? please sign that petition. Oh, thank you for subbing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please make sure y'all sign that petition. It's pinned down below, 420gym.com. Open the menu to petition and sign the petition if you would, and share it. I am going to ask at this time that people, if you can donate, don't donate to the petition. Please get a hold of me or my Cash App, my GoFundMe or something, and donate there if you want to help me and the mission. I mean, you donate to them, yes, you're helping the petition, they say, because they're going to share it. Right now, the biggest way to get that petition up in numbers is not donating to change.org. It's to get the mobile billboard back on the road. And then people can donate to change.org because we get more and more and more people. So anybody, if you can consider, throwing a few bucks towards the mission, this is the time that we really, 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 really need you. My Cash App is the $420 JIMS is all one word. And of course the petition's at 420gym.com. Hey folks, please consider sending at least $1. If I had all my subscribers send $1, we'd have an engine in here in a couple of days and we'd be down the road. But there's going to be a lot of people that don't hear this out of the 3,000, you know what I mean? And there's going to be people who can't afford the $1. So I understand. If you can afford a couple dollars, please send it. Whatever you can afford to help put another engine in the Kennebago and get her down the road, I would really, really appreciate, and all the other supporters that are behind me would appreciate it too. My Cash App is the $420 JIMS. I will have a GoFundMe up and link later, but the thing about the GoFundMe is they take a percentage out, and they also, it can take 2 to 5 days to get to me. But I do have Cash App, I've got Chime, and I've got PayPal. And I appreciate any help whatsoever. Like I say, so would my supporters. They would appreciate it. If we all come together, we can have another engine in here next week and down the road. Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, Virginia, West Virginia, D.C., all of y'all. Y'all want me to come, help me out. Let's put another engine in here, finish the tour. I'd appreciate it. Make sure you go sign a petition and share it. If you would, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube here. I appreciate that. I do a live at noon and 7 p.m. pretty much every day. And then, of course, these little lives here and there. So like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you would. That helps the algorithm. I'm not monetized on here. You got to have 10,000 people and stuff. So I don't get paid by YouTube. I have no chance of getting anything off of TikTok because the trolls, they don't want me to succeed, and they report my videos, and boom, I get thrown off of TikTok, or, they take my lives away and stuff. Help me keep in mind, the devil's against us. The devil's against this mission. The devil's against everything that we stand for as Christians. So we need to stand together and beat the devil. Oh, hey, thank you, John. Hey, thank you for putting that up there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're doing good this morning. I was just getting ready to get off of here in a minute. I've been here since 7:30. I've got a couple calls to make. I'm hoping that I can find a place to park for a week. They are a couple of parks around, like Lambert's, hopefully not that expensive and stuff, and then I can probably afford a week, and hopefully we can regroup and stuff and maybe get an engine. I was telling everybody earlier, I got almost 3,000 subscribers. I'm probably a dozen away from 3,000. And if everybody could just scrape up $1 and send in, we'd have it. We'd have another engine, everything next week. So we're going to put everything in the good Lord's hands. And I appreciate all of y'all that are searching for an engine and stuff. Keep up. Keep at it, please. The good Lord's going to throw something in front of us. And I think we're going to be all right. It may take a few days, a week, whatever, but we're going to be all right. Ain't that right? Ooh, he didn't say nothing this time. Ain't that right? Well, okay. But like I was saying, make sure y'all sign that petition. Even if I didn't get back on the road, please don't let the petition die. Don't let the trolls win. Their whole mission is to take down that petition. It don't have nothing to do with me. They don't want the petition to succeed. Please help that petition succeed. I'm going to do everything I can to get back on the road and fight. But in case I can't, please don't let the petition die. Show the trolls that, they can't do it. They can't take it down. Yeah, I don't, that's really, really weird, but, it don't notify a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. Frankie, did you get a notice? I mean, I don't know who got a notice, who didn't. Most people don't show up. So I'm thinking they don't get the notification. I have no idea about it. Maybe you can Google or ask YouTube, why don't I get notifications? Maybe they can give you an answer on it. Maybe that will help. I thought everybody got them. But you didn't miss a whole lot. Had the trolls in the first 15, 20 minutes. They finally gave up, and it's been a pretty good morning. It's been a pretty good morning. I've got a line on a place to park. Hopefully they won't tell me $200 a week or some stupid BS. But even if they do, I'm probably going to have to take it because I can't be, there's not even, I looked all over the map, there's not even side street parking here or nothing. All the roads are so small and everything. I don't think you can do like, in a normal town where you got 25, 30 feet across on a street. Boom, you can park. But these streets are like 15 feet wide, period, So I don't think there's any side street parking or nothing. But I am going to call a couple of places that rent spots. One sounds real good and all, but he only has 6 spots. So chances are they're full. But I am still going to call around and see what I can come up with or anything. If anything happens between now and noon worth going live for, like, hey, I found a place, hey, somebody donated a place, whatever, I'll come live and let y'all know. Now, of course, it's going to have to be a place that I have phone service and all. The one place I'm looking at says they have a bathhouse, a shower, Wi-Fi, and all that. But they only have 6 spots, and it's probably pricey. You didn't get notified. I just logged in and saw you were right on. Yeah, I don't know why. If I mean, I'll try and remember to Google YouTube and see what I can do, or if there's anything I can do about it, or get a hold of technical support. But if one or two or whatever you can do the same, maybe get a hold of technical support to YouTube and send them an email. Hey, why don't I get notified when 420? Maybe they can fix it. What's the one I need? The one that's got the shower and the Wi-Fi and stuff? Is that what you're talking about? That's the one I need? Yeah. Well, I don't wanna. I really don't wanna. But I can scrape up $200 to get into some place for a week. And that's probably what I'm going to try and do. I mean, I'd love it to be 125, 150, but I've got as much as 200, which that's basically what I've got. Besides $100 to eat on and stuff, it's a long time to the beginning of the month. But I've got 200 that I could probably scrape up and put out on a place to stay. And the only reason I have that is because of Mr. Eddie's contribution for the fuel and stuff. Of course, I already got the fuel and stuff, but that alleviated a couple hundred of what I had. So that really, 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 really helps. But like I say, it's $15 a day just to be out here to have fuel and stuff for the generator. So that's 78. That's $100 a week just to have electric and be parked on the side of the road. You know what I mean? So finding a spot for 150 to 200, really not that bad. But finding one donated would be a lot better. I don't think that's going to happen. I looked around. There's no auto parts store where I'm at. A few miles down the road in the next town, there's an AutoZone, O'Reilly's. But, what are they going to do? They've helped me immensely. And auto parts ain't going to fix this. The only thing that's going to fix this is to get another engine. And I got faith in all of y'all and the good Lord that that's going to happen. So let me get out of here and see if I can track down a place to park for a week. Hopefully with showers, Wi-Fi and stuff, that would be great. But if it's just a dirt lot and it has Wi-Fi, and it ain't ridiculously priced, I'll be happy. I'll run my generator. I'll do whatever I have to do so we can take this week and try and get an engine and get her to me and put in. The easiest thing's putting it in and out. Finding it, buying it, and getting it here is the three major steps we got to get over. Well, Jay Division, hey, thank you. I appreciate that, and I really do. If it helps, like I say, I've got PayPal and Chime also. I have PayPal, Chime, Cash App, and GoFundMe. And I'll get people on here, damn, if you had Venmo, I'd help. I'm surprised someone hasn't put that up. But I'll mention it, and they're like, damn, all I got is Venmo. which hey, it is what it is, But I thank each and every one of y'all for sticking behind me, especially when, like yesterday afternoon, when I was broke down and ranting and raving stuff, Thank y'all so much. I'm only human. And I try and calm down and whatnot. And yesterday, I couldn't smoke a joint or nothing. I was in an illegal state. I was so glad the good Lord let me get back across the bridge into Missouri. I mean, if I had just broke down on the other side of that bridge and was still there overnight, it wouldn't have mattered to me. I was still in Missouri, and I wasn't going to have cops beating the door in the middle of the night wanting to search the vehicle and shit over some stupid thinking I had pot, That's the worst thing, getting the knock on the door in the middle of the night, waking your ass up, telling you come out, and we're going to run a dope dog, and we're going to search your vehicle and all. I'm not worried they're going to find anything. It's just the hassle and stuff that you go through. But hey, any last questions, comments, or concerns? I'm going to get out of here and start making some calls. Right on. Well, you made a smart move from Texas to Oklahoma, because Texas ain't never going to have legal weed until it becomes medical, and then they're just going to have the medical. But everybody's going to go to medical. I think recreational's gone. I hope I'm wrong, but nobody can prove me I'm wrong yet. I'm just going by history, and history repeats itself. Before cocaine became a class narcotic controlled substance, you could buy it at the local five and dime anywhere. It was popular back in the day. So popular that Coca-Cola put it in their sodas. Now, come on, use common sense. If they could still put it in their sodas, they would be doing that. Keeping people hooked, keeping people drinking and everything, they would be doing that. But guess what? They can't. Once it became a controlled substance with medical value, there you go. And if people don't think they're going to do that with cannabis, I think they're wrong, and hope that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense that they're turning it all over to medical, and then they're going to let you have it recreational. To me, that don't make no sense. Why wouldn't they just make it recreational for everybody? Wake and bake. There you go. What do you won't let you search for? What are you searching for? Yeah, the motor that I bought has a hairline crack in the block, and that's probably why they sold it. I mean, but yeah, I've determined by swapping heads and doing new gaskets and all, I've determined it's got a crack on the driver's side block. Um, I bought a bad engine. What can I say? At least I'm stranded in a legal state. Hey, my friends, yeah, it sucks. Um, what sucks is if we let the mission die over a motor, over my poor decision. That's what will suck. The good thing about it is the trolls didn't take down the mission. I did by buying a bad engine. And I'd rather go down in history being the villain, by picking them up, than the trolls to be able to say, yeah, we ran them off, we did this, we did that. They had nothing to do with it, except they served the devil, and the devil had some people sell me a bad engine, I think, but they might not have. I think they knew, but I can't prove it. I'm just going to water under the bridge, forgive them whether they did or not. I'm not going to do it to someone else. I could pull this engine and probably within a week get $900 or $1,000 for it and turn around and take that and buy another one. But I'm not going to do that to anyone. You know what I mean? That's wrong. I can't do that. Yeah, it sucks bad that there's people in the world that will do that. But, honestly, I can't 100% say that they did it. Everything points that way, but that could be the devil. You know what I mean? Maybe she really didn't know. And she probably didn't know. I think she sold it for her husband or her son. Whoever has the mud trucks. And I really don't think that she knew that she was selling a bad engine. But I think they knew. Whoever had her put it on her Facebook and all that, I think they knew. But I got to get out of here and make some phone calls. Oh, it's not right, Mr. Snaps, but you know what? Me going and trying to get money out of them and sue them, all that's not right either. Um, it's not. I don't think it is. The good Lord's putting in my heart to just forgive and forget and move on. He's going to find me something bigger and better. You watch. I'm not going to take the bad route and let the devil win. Instead, I'm going to wish that family happiness and a good life. And if they did it on purpose, I forgive them. Maybe they need to feed their family or something. There got to be a reason that someone does that to someone else. You know what I mean? Maybe they needed food. Maybe they needed Christmas. Maybe they needed whatever. There's people that just don't give a shit about other people. Me back in the day, 20 years ago, I would pull this engine and sell it to you in a heartbeat and be laughing all the way down the road, you know. But I'm thankful I'm not that person anymore. You know, sometimes I can sit back here and say, well, that sucks. You know, the old me would sell this, and I, you know, yada yada. But no, I like the new me better. It's a lot harder to be meet the new me, but I like it better. Hey, Sean Lewis, how you doing? I need a 454 big block, Chevy big block. Well, thank you. You know, that's just the perspective I have on life. You know what I mean? Being mad at these people, even if they sold me a bad engine, ain't gonna fix it. The worst you could do, you know, if I could prove it, is take them to court. Well, hell, they had to sue. They had to sell a bad engine. How are you going to collect money from someone that's so bad off that they had to sell a bad engine to survive or whatever? You know what I mean? Or that's the way I look at it. It was Christmas time, and I know she mentioned something about she could get Christmas gifts and stuff like that. Hey, if that's what it took to make her Christmas for her kids happy and whatnot, what can I say? God bless them, because taking the bigger and better route and just forgiving and whatnot, I'm going to get a lot more help from the good Lord than if I was to take the devil's side and go and just say, you know, hey, you owe me, yada, yada. I'm going to sit in your driveway until I get it, or down your street, or I'm going to blast you all over my social media. I'm going to put your family and you on it. Nah. Just forgive and forget, move on. And I feel a lot better doing it that way. A lot better. It's a lot better than being mean or mad. And what if there's a slight chance as I was wrong? You know, I do feel they duped me and doped the engine up to sell it. No, I do feel that. I'd be lying if I said I didn't, and I don't want to lie. But there's that chance and that possibility I could be totally wrong. So why get mad? Why get upset? Y'all have shown me, you know, beside the trolls, the rest of y'all have shown me that there's still a lot of love, there's a lot of compassion, and there's a lot of you that want the mission to continue. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you can't donate and you're looking for an engine for me, or another RV or something, thank you, thank you, thank you. As long as you sign and share the petition and help out by tapping the screen and stuff, I know how hard it is for people to donate, even $1 right now. I know this. So still much love and respect for those that will at least sign and share the petition. And if you see the GoFundMe up or whatever, please share my Cash App or my GoFundMe to someone. Maybe they could donate $1 or $2 and help me. You know what I mean? So there's lots of things everyone can do. You don't have to have money to help. You just got to have that good heart and want to help. Maybe you know someone that's got an RV. Maybe you know someone that's got a 454. You know, talk with them. See if maybe they want to donate it, or what condition it's in, or how far away is it, or how we could get it. I would really appreciate anything. Yeah, if you can find a one from the junkyard, you're absolutely right. And I will let them know if I go to pick up another engine, I'll go live, and y'all hear me. I will tell them, you know, hey, this better be guaranteed to run and whatnot. Otherwise, I'm going to put you all over the internet and whatnot, and how you ruin the mission, and you know. I'm going to give the next person I buy an engine from a warning of what's going to happen if it's not what they say it is. Because I got totally duped on this engine. Supposedly it just come out of a motorhome and been sitting in the garage for a couple years. They was going to put it in their mud truck if they needed to, but they never, you know, had to put it in the mud truck, and it was just sitting there and they needed Christmas presents. Basically the story I got. And could be true, but after taking the engine apart and everything, I think it was a bunch of bullshit. But hey, I could be wrong. Are you talking about yesterday or day before when Margaret did, or is it someone other than Margaret? When did they, Mr. John? I know that Margaret did the other day before yesterday or something. I mentioned that. Yes, the block's definitely got a crack in it. No, I don't need to go GoFundMe for a rebuild. I just need to do it don't have to be in the rebuild engine. Yeah, John, you may not have heard that, but I mentioned that yesterday. That when I was talking about my GoFundMe, that there's only been a couple people used it, and Margaret has made $300 donations since. Yeah, you just may not have heard that yesterday, but I mentioned that. Um, and you'll know I try and like when the two times that Eddie came and seen me and handed me a couple $100, did I not tell people? And nobody knew that but me and Eddie. Okay, I try and keep everything open, honest, and out here. I didn't have to tell nobody that he gave me that, and then nobody would know that I had $200 for fuel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's why most of y'all are still here. The ones that know me, like Frankie and John and everybody, y'all know that I'm trying to do the best I can, and I am honest about it. I don't have to tell people when someone donates for 2 shirts, hey, I just got $40 donation, or hey, I just got $100 donation, or 200. Look when I got the 500. Nobody knew that but me and the person that donated it. No one. But what did I do? I came on here and I said, oh my God, look, I just got a $500 donation. Now, I'm sure that's probably the owner of the tow company that sent it to me. I'm not sure. I can't say. But they never, said yes, no, or whatever. And when that all gets into court next year, when I get back to Arizona, hopefully, we'll find out. Well, you're an idiot that's off my channel. Some idiot. I'm going to quit smoking weed and smoke crack. You go to the devil, guy. You want to go suck on the devil's dick? Get off of my channel. I'll pray for you. And that's what we got to do, folks. People like that, being idiots and trolls. I'm going to quit smoking weed and smoke crack. Pray for them. Get them out of your life. Don't mess with them, but pray for them. They're the type that weed's not going to help. They're just going to have to face their demon, But give them a hand up instead of a hand down. Pray for them. That's what I do, just like my trolls. But let me get out of here. I've got a RV to call about that will give me a number. I've got a couple places I got to call about parking. And I'll go live here either when I find something out or at noon. I thank you, my friend. I'm going to take that as a compliment, my friend. Thank you so much. You're not the first person that said that to me. Thank you so very, very much. I just try and do what's right, I do get upset and mouth off and say things sometimes I regret and have to apologize for, but that means I'm human. You know what I mean? The last perfect person on earth they crucified. There's none of us that can be perfect. That's why he was crucified, to pay for our unperfectness, all of our sins. Every man, every woman has sinned and will sin and are sinners. We're born into sin. But we can change that. You got to work on it, and I'm working on it each and every day. Man, I was so mad at the world yesterday and everything when I broke down and whatnot. But you know what? When I finally got to smoke one and calm down, it's like, man, I ain't going to let the devil beat me. There's too many good people out here that's behind me and stuff on this journey. Quit being mad, just turn everything over to the good Lord and watch what happens. And when they made that video last night on YouTube again against me, To me, it's so stupid. I got karma because, I mean, if y'all go watch it, it's stupid. The videos they're doing now is like, wow, why are they really showing their stupidity? It's the part when I was talking about, hey, I don't want to self-promote myself. You know, if you know a church that wants to donate a vehicle or something, you need to contact that church and tell them whatever you want about me, good, bad, yada, yada, yada. Go watch it. That's all it is, a clip from that. How's that saying or doing anything wrong? To me, that's not saying or doing nothing wrong. So the videos they're doing against me now is, to me, if I seen that whatnot, I'd wonder why the hell, are they doing something like that? What did I do wrong by saying I don't want to self-promote myself? That if somebody knew a church or something, y'all want to tell them about me, great, good. Maybe Christ would touch their heart and they help me out. Y'all remember the conversation? That's what they cut out and put up there. I laughed my ass off about it. How's that prove me a scammer? I mean, the 420 Jim scam, proof he scam. How does that prove me a scammer and all? Oh, I got a kick out of it. Shit happens. You got to keep your head up. Hey, thank you, my friends. Let me get out of here. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream. United we stand. If we try, we can get along. The dogs love you. I love you. Most of all, Jesus. Yahshua, whatever you want to call him, as long as he's your Lord and Savior, he loves you. And until later, my friends, peace out.